What's up guys, Omni here. You guys already know how it goes, another day, another video. Last night I tweeted as always, I sleep. What news, topics, tweets, videos y'all want me to talk about tomorrow? So guys, right before we get into it, I just want to say, look, I know this is the third day in a row that you've seen my face. A lot of you guys are probably like, hey, Omni, where's the logo? You know, drop the logo. Where's the Baba Booey? Where's the where's the classic Melee game footage? There's been a lot of news and today is not an exception, okay? I was planning on just doing one video, one topic, you know, on a specific event that I already know that's happening, but there is so much going on. Today's video is going to be absolutely insane because I can't believe so much news is happening at once. It's like 2021 is just going full force. So for those of you who missed the classic Late Omni videos, it's not going anywhere, okay? Ideally, in an ideal world, I would be uploading twice where you guys would get one Late Omni and one of these every day, but that's not how it works because I'm only one person, so maybe in the future, but yes, okay, that's what's happening. There's a lot to talk about. Let's get into the video. So at Loki Rose said, please talk about, all right, let me not mess up this word, Shueisha. Shueisha. I think that's how I'm gonna pronounce it. Shueisha, taking down a lot of Dragon Ball media on Twitter. Please and thank you. Now I know a lot of you guys probably have no idea what Shueisha is, so we're just gonna go straight to the Wikipedia just so you guys can be informed, okay? Because it's trending on Twitter with over 50,000 tweets. So if you kind of just want to know these things, you know, just for the sake of knowing it, then well, you're in the right spot. Shueisha Inc. is a Japanese company headquartered in Chiyoda, Tokyo, Japan. The company was established in 1925 as the entertainment-related publishing division of Japanese publisher Shogakukan. Following year, Shueisha became a separate independent company. Manga magazines published by Shueisha include the Jump magazine line, which includes Shonen magazines, Weekly Shonen Jump, Jump SQ, and V Jump, blah 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 blah. They also publish other magazines, including Nano. Shueisha, along with Shogakukan, owns Viz Media, which publishes manga from all three companies in North America, so they're a really big deal. Now you guys can't see it, but Shueisha has been trending on Twitter for a long time now, and now also Dragon Ball is trending as well. This tweet seems to be the one that's going crazy, but basically Shueisha is issuing out copyright strikes on Twitter. And the name of the animes that are being copyright striked are as follows. You got One Piece, you got Bleach, you got Jujutsu Kaisen, you got Haikyuu, Food Wars, Dr. Stone, Psyche K, Demon Slayer, Death Note. These are all the top ones. Kuroko's Basketball, Boku no Hero, oh my god, Naruto, Boruto, Dragon Ball, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Black Clover, Phantom Seer, The Promised Neverland, Orange, RWBY, Ace Attorney, Assassination Classroom, Chainsaw Man, Hunter x Hunter, One Punch Man, Owari no Seraph, anything Yu-Gi-Oh, and like a bunch of other stuff. So guys, basically Shueisha is basically on a rampage by copywriting people who are using actual images from any of these anime. That means that all the anime profile backgrounds that you guys see on Twitter that you guys all love and hate, they are probably getting copyright striked by Shueisha as we speak. I have no idea why they're doing it, but obviously it's a big deal because there's a lot of people on the internet who just basically, you know, take an image from their favorite anime, boom, put on their profile picture, boom, put on their banner. But now they're getting their profile pictures taken down. I know some of you guys are like, yes, finally, the anime profile pics are gone, but that's the situation in a nutshell. Shueisha is going on a crazy copyright strike rampage. Rampage, though, is so bad, though, that apparently it's also impacted like people who have actually created the anime themselves and employees. Like some of the people, I think Toriyama might have got copyright striked or something like that, but people who are actually in part of the company have been getting copyright striked for things that they have been working on. It's absolutely insane. There are so many memes on the internet about it right now, and if you just look up Shueisha or Dragon Ball, you will see all these memes of all these people standing up against, you know, DMCA. Here's just one example, by the way. It says Shueisha copyright struck an artist that literally draws official art for their company. And it says, my Twitter account was locked once. I went back because I checked the copyright policy. I don't know when it will be erased. If it is erased, it will not be revived. Bye-bye, Mina. It's absolutely insane. So yeah, there's gonna be a war between Shueisha and anime Twitter. And anime Twitter, they don't mess around, bro. They will, y'all saw what happened to my boy, Heavily Controller. So they don't mess around. There's about to be a war on Twitter right now. So Stars tweeted, Dream released a tweet longer about the whole Doc situation and the situation with his ex. Any thoughts on that? So guys, actually that was the video that I was going to make today. I was going to make a full video, a full Late Omni on it, because the situation between Dream is and his ex-girlfriend and the whole Doc situation is absolutely insane. Now, for those of you who don't know what docs mean when someone goes on the internet and basically pulls up all your credentials and basically exposes it to the world. And that basically is what happened to Dream. I found out about it like 5 or 6 6 days ago actually, and I tried to contact Dream to let him know what was going down, but my guess is he probably already knew. But then I also found out some more information after the whole doxing situation, that there's a situation going on right now with his ex-girlfriend. And before I even get to Dream and get to his twit longer or anything like that, but essentially one of you guys who watch my videos actually linked me to a Wayback Machine thread about a profile account that was being used by one of the ex-girlfriends of Dream. As you can see in this tweet, it says, "Since people don't believe I'm his ex, that's literally me. LOL, there were older posts, now deleted too." It's a picture of a girl wearing Dream's merch. Now, I can't show the rest of the screen because it has a lot of personal information about Dream. Apparently, what's basically happening, this girl who is Dream's ex and another girl who has been claiming to have also been dating Dream as well. Basically, there are allegations that Dream was cheating on both of them at the same time. And apparently, there is a third girl as well that's coming out. So there's like 2, 3, or maybe even 4 victims of people who are now coming out. I can't show you the screen. I want to, but I can't because there's too much personal confidential information. But just trust me when I say that they're trying to basically come up with receipts. The account got closed down because they're gathering in private to basically come out to talk about Dream and the things that happen. A lot of people probably don't know about this, okay? A lot of people probably first heard this when Dream first came out with this information, but I heard about this about 2 to 3 days ago, so, you know, shout outs to the person who hit me up and let me know about this info way back. So guys, last night, Dream posted very important information. Read. It's a twit longer talking about, as you guys can see here, section 1, doxing summary, section 2, my ex-girlfriend. Dream basically says very important information. Recently, there's been a lot of drama going on involving me getting doxed and subsequent drama involving that. I generally like to keep drama off of my platform, so I've been keen on not addressing anything in a super public way. There's a lot of important stuff that I want to talk about in this document, although I'm going to try to keep it as concise as I can. I'm going to try and get as much drama out of the way as I can. Section 1, doxing summary. Recently, a dox was released by a group of individuals in an attempt to harass and expose me. They said that they did this due to the fact that I was egotistical and that I was not a good person in general. Obviously, whether someone is a good person is completely up for debate, but regardless of that, no one deserves to be harassed in that way. This group of people attempted to release information about my family, about me, and about my friends. Obviously, some things were true and some other things were false. So yeah, that's the doxing situation in a nutshell. There's no point going any further into that except for that's just a terrible invasion of privacy, and I feel really bad for Dream having to go through that. I don't care if you think he cheated or not in some Minecraft speedrun block game, bro. Like, this is people's lives, bro, and he's such a high-profile client. It shouldn't happen to anyone, but it sucks to happen to him too. So Dream basically starts off saying this is going to be a longer section and the last one because I think it's important to talk about. Back around 3 years ago, I got into a relationship. The person was a very loving and caring person, and there are a lot of good memories there. She was very encouraging, and if it wasn't for her, I'm not sure if I would ever start at YouTube. She encouraged me to pursue my passion and work as hard as I did when I first started. She helped me with my logo, and she helped me be less of a noob at Twitter and Instagram. Although we fell off shortly after I started YouTube, I honestly have always held on to that and really appreciated it. I think this is important to start off with. He goes on to say she suffers from borderline personality disorder, self-harm, and other issues, and she did at that time, although she was on medication. Dang, okay, just put her business out there. All right. A few months after we moved in together, she wanted to get off her medication because she believed that it was making her not herself. I discussed it with her and tried my best to be a supportive boyfriend. After she stopped taking her medication, she became very unstable. Although at the beginning of our relationship, she was wonderful, she started to get abusive and she cheated on me on various occasions. While she was unstable, I always did my best to help her and make sure that she was okay. I cared a lot about her and her well-being, and I still do now, and even if that time period was one of the toughest time periods of my life. So, okay. So he basically puts out her, information about her having, mental health. I feel kind of weird about that. Like when you start, classifying someone as having like mental issues, it seems like it's one of the quickest ways to debase someone from their platform, kind of give it less validity, but we'll just keep reading it, okay? Recently, she's been flip-flopping on being positive or negative about me in public and private. A lot of people have tried to paint me as a horrible person based on things she said. At points in the past, she has said that I beat her, that I arred her, that I beat her, and that I starved her. She has admitted since then that all these things are false, and as far as I'm aware, she has told every person personally that these things are absolutely not true. I would never do those things to anybody, and it disgusts me to hear those things said. She told me that the reason she said these things is because friends she would meet would be fans of mine, and she wanted them to like her for her, not because she was Dream's ex, so her intention on doing that was to make them hate me. What the heck? Bro, again, she is in a horrible time period in her life, and I really want her to get help that she needs. I have been in contact with her mother, and I've offered any and all help that I could possibly give. I have never talked negatively about her in public because I know that anything I say would be used as justification for hating on her, and that would contribute terribly to her mental health. kind of like right now. I do not want anyone sending her hate, and I encourage anyone sending her hate to reflect. There are lots of people that make mistakes in the world. Not all of them have a popular ex-boyfriend though. She doesn't deserve any more hate than anyone else. There are certain people that try and seek her out and cancel her or harass her for things she's done in the past, and I really hope that me talking in detail about this will make them stop. I don't want anyone sending hate on my behalf, and I have said that on many occasions. So guys, I have mixed feelings about this. Okay, like it's I don't know how to explain it, man. When you're somebody like Dream, you have 15 million subscribers, and you tell people not to send hate, but you're talking about things that will make people hate them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying that's his intention. I don't think Dream is trying to sick his entire army of the internet on this girl. I think he's trying to protect himself and defend himself, which he should be doing. But I do feel like this is going to cause a lot of hate and distress for her, even though he's saying that's not his intention. You know what I'm saying? Continuing, the reason this is relevant to the doxing though is that she has recently been in contact with people that want to do harm to me or my family. Again, I like to see the best in people, and I like to think that people are taking advantage of people with mental health issues are the true horrible people and not the people with mental health issues. From what I have heard, she has said a variety of things that are not true in an effort to hurt my career or make people stop being fans of mine. I was surprised when I heard this because she still, even as of yesterday, would message me that she loves me and wants me back and that she is trying to get help, and I thought we were friendly with each other. A lot of the things that have been said are very obviously not true and lead me to believe that she was taken advantage of by people who really want to do harm to me. I think that people taking advantage of people with mental health issues is a huge problem in today's world, and this is a really good example of that. I truly believe that when my ex is healthy and stable, she is a wonderful person. Another thing that she said is incredibly negative things about my appearance, saying that I am obese or that I'm ugly or that I'm disgusting, going as far to say that I catfished her when we dated. She has never said this publicly, but she has said this in private to her past partners in order to make them not like me. Obviously, she says these things in order to hurt my reputation and make me look bad, as well as make herself feel better for things she has done. As for the catfish thing, this is a very easily provable as false, and I know that she knows this is, which is why she's never said it publicly. I was fairly open about my relationship at the time to my friends and my family could easily confirm that. Shortly after we met in person, she moved in with me, and we lived together for almost a year. Wow. It wasn't a purely online relationship. She has gone as far as to show fake pictures of me to people she was romantically or sexually involved with and tell every single bad tale about me in order to make them not like me. But guys, this is crazy, bro. Like this is an ex-girlfriend who might not, you know, be mentally stable, about to come out and expose Dream. Like this is oof. As for my appearance, she knows that I don't plan on doing a face reveal until after COVID, so she's known that she can spread everything, and the only way I can counter it is by releasing a face reveal. I'm not going to give in to that. All I can say is that I've met in person with now multiple people that can confirm independently that she lies. On top of that, she hasn't seen me in over a year and doesn't even know anything new about me other than public stuff. Regardless, insulting someone's looks is something no one should do. I feel terrible for anyone that is released as a fake picture of me because they will undoubtedly receive tons of hate, negative things said about them. That is just horrible. Okay, so far, it feels like this entire tweet longer is just he's defending himself. He's debasing her, the girl, the ex-girlfriend. He's basically saying, hey, she has mental health issues. She's not well. She hates me. She has a prerogative. Everything she says, she's a lie. Just he's saying don't send any hate, but he's definitely giving people lots of reasons right now to hate him. But he's, explaining the situation. I do feel kind of weird too about it because Dream was also in a situation recently about the whole speedrun thing where basically people believe that he faked his speedrun, and there's like 4 or 5 top speedrunners and analysts that said yes, this is false. He cheated. He lied. And he did lie. It's the biggest lie that he's been told. So he's saying that, she's lying, but he's a liar if people believe that he cheated. So I'm feeling really weird about it. Like, I don't want to read this and just take his word for it. I want to be able to analyze it. I want to see both sides. I want to see what she has to say when she wants to speak. And I don't want to automatically discredit someone just because someone else says, oh yeah, they're taking medication. Because I think that's a little messed up. There's a video of her from a few weeks ago talking about how I'm an amazing person and how much she enjoyed our relationship. She also posted TikToks with her laughing about old stories with my character in the background. I like to think that this is the real her and not the things that she says when she's being manipulated. I truly think that she is a victim here, and I really don't support any hate towards her at all. She deserves support and care and to be helped by the people who care about her. Mental health is a serious issue. She's been going through problems for a long time. One of the reasons that I was afraid to say anything about this is because I really don't want harm to come to her. I know that if she gets help, she can be a wonderful person. I want that for her. I thought this became important enough to talk about though. Whew, boy. All right, guys, that's a lot to take in. So I guess to summarize it, TLDR, Dream's ex-girlfriend is coming back for some revenge. She doesn't like things that Dream has done in the past with her. The thing that I feel mixed feelings about this because I understand what Dream is doing. He's defending himself. He's trying to protect himself. Apparently this girl has a lot of, ammunition that can hurt him. So yes, him making this tweet longer was definitely necessary. He's obviously doing this in defense because he knows that something's about to blow up, which will probably come up any day now. But yeah, like I said, based on the other page that I can't really show you guys, there's about to be 3 or 4 different girls coming out talking about Dream, about the situation. And I guess Dream is basically saying, number 1, she's not mentally well. Number 2, other people who are mentally well, I guess, are taking advantage of her in order to attack him. So yeah, guys, that's the Dream situation going down. There's a storm coming, and I guess we'll find out what that storm is going to be. But based on what I see here, it looks like he's taking a lot of precautions to basically protect himself and defend himself from what's about to go down. The guys at Corby said one of CallMeCarson's former friends talked about his experience with him, also providing screenshots completely unrelated with the allegation. So guys, if you don't know, CallMeCarson right now is currently being, he's being canceled because people are coming out to talk about how basically he was basically with minors, messaging them and getting photography from them. There have been multiple girls. One was 17, 19. I think one is 20 and 17. And then he's been doing this for a while. He hasn't responded yet, but all of his friends have come out and been like, nah, bro, this is bad, and have disassociated themselves. And apparently there's this new guy who talks about for like 1 hour about his experiences with CallMeCarson and says that it was the worst experience that he has ever had. So guys, here's the video. It's called My Experience with CallMeCarson by the narrator. It's an hour long. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't had the time to watch it, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to sit through 1 hour of conversation of actually hearing about him talk about CallMeCarson. I need a summary. Specifically though, the narrator said in his summary, this is most likely the last video I'll post on this channel, but I can't stress enough how long I've waited to post this video. Carson has not only tried to ruin my life, but he has also lied to people I viewed as friends about me to the point where most cut me off completely. He ambushed and sabotaged me at almost every step. He's mentally scarred me for life and ruined any ambition I have for being a content creator online. This is my story. Wow. He also says in the comments, I just hope that the people who need this video the most get to see it. I felt like I was the only person in the world who had seen this side of Carson, but I know now that there were other creators he went after, and the feeling of not being alone is greater than you can possibly know. And some of the other comments in here that says this video just puts it all together for me. The huge difference between how Jay Schlatt, Travis, Slimesicle, Hugbox, Joko, and Cooper reacted, these are the guys from the Lunch Club, versus how outsiders like Destiny, EQC, Miskiv, and Hassan reacted. It felt crazy to me how his close friends were responding with so much more hostility than the broader public. Jack said, Carson's video at the end makes me feel sick. The fact that he's talking about going behind someone's back and kicking them off their own podcast like it's normal is crazy. I don't know how he's making it seem like you're in the wrong for being upset about the situation. It's one thing to hear about his behavior, but it's pretty unbearable to see it. So guys, again, I apologize. I haven't had time to watch the entire video, but I do want to give you guys what, the summary of what people have been saying. And one of the best summaries that I think I have come across is actually from like a small, Twitter account, probably not biased at all, who has watched it and they're going to try to summarize it. His name is Jakob. So hey, huge props to that. We're going to read it and we're just going to see what they say about the summary and then kind of give our responses back based off that. I'll try to summarize, but it's pretty hard. Basically, narrator was a friend with Carson way before SMP Live or anything like that. As narrator, Raccoon Eggs and Carson became closer, narrator decided to start a podcast, Solitary Confinement. After a while, the podcast, there were no more uploads. Narrator didn't talk about why it ended or why him and Carson didn't talk until now to try to be the bigger person, but he finally said something. Carson's character is a lot. The problem is he is the same way off stream, making it insanely hard to be able to work or have a genuine convo with him. Narrator used to have panic attacks and disorders that were able to put him into an insane amount of stress. Carson would ridicule him when these things occurred instead of helping him in any way. When Josh, All Tribe, Carson, Raccoon Eggs, and Narrator all went to VidCon in 2018. This can also be seen on episode 24 of the Solitary Confinement podcast, but that is not even close to the worst Carson did. When the SMP Solitary Confinement podcast was still a thing, there hadn't been an upload for a long time. Narrator goes to Carson asking him to join him and rack for another episode and trying to schedule when the next episode could be recorded. For some context, before the next part, Carson would often hijack SCP's social medias and change the password to stop Rack or the narrator from getting in. Then Carson would post something that the other two didn't agree on posting. Carson would do this a lot, getting back to the story. While narrator is asking Carson about the next episode, Carson says he wants to kick narrator from the podcast narrator made. So apparently, according to this guy, Carson was trying to kick narrator off a podcast that narrator created. Then Carson said instead he just wanted the podcast to end. So while Rack and narrator were trying to figure out a way they can all end the podcast, there was an upload on the channel. Carson uploaded a video without consulting Rack or narrator. The video contained footage of Carson saying very personal things about narrator and calling him a horrible person to attempt to destroy his life with Carson's new fan base. Carson then said in the video, again without consulting Rack or narrator, that he would be starting a new podcast on the same channel that SCP known as the Unzipped Podcast. Carson changed the YouTube account password so neither rack or narrator could access the channel. Luckily, narrator was able to use a backdoor method getting in. The account, he was able to delete the vid before a lot of people saw it. Narrator showed lots of proof of this during the stream. Basically, the takeaway is Carson has been manipulative and very inconsistent of others around him. Followed by, I still highly recommend watching the vid though, because it gives a lot of details that are very important to the story. Jesus, dude, that's wild. This is basically narrator talking about his accounts in his story. I'm going to watch the video a little bit later in more detail to get the full story, but basically talking about his accounts with Carson and how it's been absolutely terrible, that he's completely manipulated and all these things. And again, Carson hasn't been able to say anything about anyone about any of the subjects that are coming out because he just hasn't said anything. He's still in the dark. It seems like people are adding more and more color to the Carson situation, especially if they were close with him. This is the reason why they are intensifiedly just stayed away from him, and they probably think that he's a bad dude. And I'm guessing that, you know, the narrator saw this as a chance to be like, all right, finally, you know, I can talk about Carson because since he's under fire, and obviously he can't defend himself at this point, you know, I can speak my story because I wasn't able to do so when he was more in a powerful position. Dang, you hate to see it happen, man. Like it looks bad for your boy Carson. If you're still a Carson supporter, it looks really bad for him. I'm waiting for some type of response from him. I don't know what he's going to say, but it looks really bad for him. And I guess just with time, we'll tell to see what happens. All right, guys, that's the end of the video. I'm gonna let you guys go. If you enjoyed the video, if you made it this far, leave a like. It means the world to me. It lets me know that you watched it to the end of the video. And subscribe if you guys haven't already, okay? We're trying to reach 1 million subscribers by the end of the year, but we might be able to do it beforehand if you guys subscribe now. So that would be pretty cool. Sorry if there was a lot of traffic in the background. Just a lot of construction going on right now, and I can hear it right now, and it's absolutely driving me insane. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go so this video doesn't drag out too long. Thanks for watching. You guys stay hydrated, stay good, and have a good one.